Hi, you've entered the Talk Comics to Me zone, and I'm Champenstein.
I'm Heather Hadfield.
And we're here to bring you a thrilling new day of comic books.
Yeah, I'm the only one that has my own comics today.
Yeah, I just followed, I guess, Heather's lead and got all the same books.
Yeah, so I'm just going to blow right through them. Because I am going to be like the only one talking for a minute, and I'm going to get tired, so.
I'm just going to cuck over here. Watch you do it.
Jam the cuck. I got...
Oh, no. Go keep talking.
God damn it. I love calling people cucks, but it always, just makes me laugh.
Really hard. It's one of the best insults. I wish it wasn't something like the worst of the worst people like talk about, because if we can reclaim cuck for the queer folks.
We're gonna do it.
It's Pride Month. We get to do what we want
all throughout the month of June. We get the cucks. Okay. I've got Batman. This is the 2022 annual. It usually has a number, but apparently they're just doing it by the year. Okay, this is going to be what leads.
There was just an annual.
See, I did too, and that's why I was confused.
Okay, anyway,
I don't know how DC does it.
What means annual to them?
Yeah, but it's weird. So this is leading into the series, The Batman Incorporated, that will apparently be on sale this fall. So. Long story short, this is basically just Ghost. I almost said Ghost Mask. Ghost Maker being put in charge of Batman Incorporated. And his little sidekick, Clown Hunter. They're working together with Batman Incorporated across the world to take down crime.
All right.
That's pretty much it. You will be pleased to know that it has nothing to do with the new Batman run.
I'll be pleased to know.
Yeah.
We'll all be pleased to know.
Very pleased to know.
I don't want to start reading Batman again until I absolutely have to.
That's fair. The 124 comes out next week, and then 125 will start the good run. I don't mean good run as in they're all bad,
Yeah.
But the one that we've all been anticipating. So
Our boy Chip.
It's our best friend. We talk to him every day of our lives.
Yeah. Just call him up on the phone.
Yeah.
We actually call him. We talk on the phone.
That's a pal.
Yeah.
If you didn't know. That's basically all this is it's just introducing Ghostmaker as the leader. Batman Incorporated.
Batman.
Yeah.
Batman.
The Batmans. All the Batmans.
Cool.
And not all of them are pleased with it, so they kind of have to learn how to handle it, because Big Batman is like, no, this is what's going to happen. And
Bruce?
Yeah, Big Batman.
I just wanted to make sure I understood.
Daddy Batman.
Didn't know if there was another Big Batman.
No, unfortunately, just him. Okay, and now I have Broken Eye. This is issue number 2. I took this off of my pull today. I could not finish this. I got maybe 3 or 4 pages in, and I could not get into it. And I kind of had that feeling after the first issue, but I wanted to give the second one a try just because. But this is basically a story about a guy who has a fake eye who can see crime as it's happening. So he's investigating some certain crimes and stuff. But I didn't like the way that the story flowed, I guess. Mm-hmm. And I don't like the art. So that was a big thing for me. So it just wasn't, for me, interesting. It's not my bag, baby.
Oh, no. That's our new saying. So
yes.
Be ready for it. So now we have The Closet. This is issue number 1. This is a new Tiny Onion book. So James Tinian is writing it, and then the art is by Gavin Fullerton, and the colors are by Chris O'Halloran, and letters by Tom Napolitano.
Oh,
look at that!
That was good. Yeah.
I didn't even practice that one.
I know. On top of the world today.
Yeah, I really like this book. I will say that I really like the flow of it. It's only 3 issues?
I think so.
So I think that's really cool. Like I said to you earlier this week, I really like the creature design. It made me uncomfy.
Yeah, and that's what I told someone about it earlier.
This panel just made my skin kind of crawl. Yeah, that one.
That's what Brayden looked like as a child.
Gross. But yeah, it's just like, I think it's the panels and the art itself really lends to like the story itself, and yeah, it's just I'm excited. It was a really good like horror book, like, especially a first issue.
Yeah. About a boy who is scared of the monsters in his closet. And that's without spoiling anything.
Yeah, and I think that I would say that I think that's perfect. I feel like going into it a little blind is nice, without like kind of flipping through it, like without kind of knowing the monster.
Yeah, because like you said, he's eerie.
Yeah.
The second that you see this thing,
I think it's like the lack of sound too. So it's like I'm not sure how you read comics, but I know Chris was like he was playing Elden Ring when I was reading this. So there wasn't like a lot of like, TV noise and stuff in the background. So I think that also lent itself, like, the lack of sound and the lack of sound in the book makes it just like...
Yeah. I have to read my comics in complete silence. Otherwise I get too distracted. So yeah, I like go sit upstairs on my bed most of the time with the door closed and I like read them like this. Because I've texted you multiple times when I just get too distracted. But yeah, no, that was like the perfect way to read it and I mean, there's like a lack of light in it too, which makes it even more eerie.
Yeah. So yeah, good book. Highly suggest.
It's going to be fantastic. And it has a lot of ads in the back too that I just never... Usually when I'm done with it, I'm just like, okay, cool. Unless there's like an author's note. But there are some in the back that looked very interesting.
Yeah.
And now I'm curious, so I'm going to have to look up a bunch of stuff.
There are a bunch of like Substack
comics,
which
sucks.
Substacks.
Okay. I was like, why have I never even heard of these before? But that makes sense. Okay, so I have Jim Henson's The Storyteller Shapeshifters. This is issue number 4. It's the last one of this little anthology, and it is... I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce this because it is Creole, I believe, if I remember correctly. They say it in... Yeah. It's about a Creole family. So the shapeshifter in this story is called Olaheg or Olheg. I'm not quite sure which one it is, but it's basically... a witch who feeds on the life of this girl's mom, and so she tries to figure out how to take down the witch shapeshifter so her mom doesn't get killed.
All right.
It was very good. I absolutely loved this series, and the art in it was really cool, and I liked learning about all of these shapeshifters across different cultures.
All of those sound very interesting every time you talk about them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure anytime any of these storytellers are solicited, I'm just going to get them because I truly enjoyed these ones. I did like the Tricksters one a lot, but I do think the Shapeshifters one, I learned more about other things, and after each issue, I researched more on the topic of it because it was just so fascinating. So,
love when that happens.
Yeah. So yeah, Shapeshifters. I would say if you enjoy reading about other cultures and stuff, maybe you can check them out because they're pretty interesting.
I was like, what was that?
Yeah, I just turned the notifications on for my Snapchat because that's how I connect with a friend, and I hate having notifications on because I can't figure out how to silence them on Snapchat. It's just always vibrating. Drives me bananas. Okay, so this is Follow Me Into the Darkness. This is the last issue of this series as well, and they're not doing any more as far as I know.
Okay.
So it's just about a group of people who gained superpowers after Halley's Comet crossed the atmosphere. The first series was about them learning about their powers, and this series is about them going to war with the people who are trying to steal their power for their own benefit. I did like this. I like the art. I did not like how they changed the paper for just this issue.
Yeah.
I thought that was very strange. But that's it. That's really all. My only real complaint about this. It was a very interesting story, and I liked how it was written because it kind of follows the different point of views of like each of the people, and they're all from across the world, so they all think differently.
Yeah.
And that was really cool. But
kind of like a Sense8 or Heroes or something.
Right. Yeah.
Those shows are different but the same. So vastly different.
Yeah, I get what you mean. But yeah, I think I liked the narration of it the most because it's through, like, the narrator is writing in a journal, and through the journal you get to see what is happening with everyone. So it was just very interesting. But I don't, if there is any more for it, I don't think I will pick it up just because
you got what you wanted.
I got what I wanted, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Okay, this is a book that neither of us have read. This is King Conan. This is issue number 5. We never got number
2,
4.
3.
Well, we didn't get 3 or 4. I think we got 3. We just didn't get 4 because those ones... We've pretty much missed every single one since it came out because they're either shorted or they were damaged. So we have not gotten caught up on this. Don't know if we will, just because I feel like it's been so much time since we got them. And we've got millions of other books to read.
Yeah, and I feel like we talked about the other day, it just kind of lost its luster after everything.
I do know that in issue number 4, Conan fights his son.
I think, isn't that on the cover? Don't they?
Yes. And that's how I know about it.
It's like, I feel like it says it on the book.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I probably will go back and read it, but I'm not as interested in the Marvel Conan as I am with the Ablaze Conan.
It's okay, because they let the IP, go, so,
Yeah.
Whoever wants to write Conan now, gotta find a company to buy that shit up.
Maybe that's what I'll do with my new rich money.
You're gonna buy Conan.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy Conan.
Okay, so now we have Little Monsters. This is issue number 4. Jesus Christ, I can't stop thinking about you buying the rights to Conan.
It's mine!
It's writing weird Conan novels.
Oh, I'm going to. It's gonna be real weird.
Okay, back to Little Monsters.
Yes, this is Little Monsters.
This is the new book, well, I guess it's a few issues in, by Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. And just a story about little vampire kids and them finding some blood and having
drinking human blood
the
for the
third.
first time.
Having a little thirst.
Yeah, this is them just dealing with that and being children at the same time.
Yeah.
The creepy twins are from Nebraska.
Yeah, the creepy twins are from Nebraska.
So yeah,
I like the book. We talked earlier, and just there's something about it I also don't like.
Yeah. And I mean, it obviously, the pacing has something to do with it, but what I think we were talking about it yesterday, where I asked how many more there were supposed to be.
Oh yeah.
Because the pacing of it, but I feel like every issue they're going into how each kid was turned, and the limited amount of issues that there were supposed to be didn't feel like enough to fulfill the story. And we did just discover that it is going to be ongoing, which they didn't say that when we signed up for it.
Yeah.
It was only supposed to be 5?
I feel like 6.
Yeah, 5.
I mean,
6.
I really feel like it was limited when I added it, but
because that was why we did it. Because I remember we talked about it.
I don't know. It's just, I feel like that pacing thing, with introducing the kids each issue as they do, it does kind of bog the story down in the front half. And so by the time you get to the middle and the stuff that's happening currently, it just kind of it doesn't feel like it matters.
Yeah, because I was going to say one of the reasons that I liked the story when it began was the whole mystery of how did these kids end up here? I liked not knowing how they were changed or when they were changed. I liked just dealing with them in the moment, not knowing what to do, not having ever drank human blood before, and then all of a sudden being introduced to it.
It feels unnecessary,
right?
Because it's just I could be fine with them just the main part of the current what's happening in their world currently, them finding the humans, having this bloodlust and stuff that, I would be fine.
It's way more interesting that way. But I mean,
it's not bad. It's just those some little things.
I mean, I'll continue reading it.
Yeah, for sure, same.
It's just a very strange way to do a story. I wouldn't have done it as a writer myself,
and soon to be owner of the rights of Conan.
I'm gonna make every single story that I have said I would have done it differently. I'm just gonna do that story, but with Conan. So I'm gonna write a story about Conan being a little child vampire. And I'm gonna do it the right way. Okay, this is Cult of Icarus. This is issue number 3. This is a scout book. It is... Was it rude? Were we too loud? Sorry, Chris. Okay, so this is another vampire story. This is about the main character who, I'm sorry, I can never remember her name, Remy, I think?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you just keep saying the name Remy.
I might actually be thinking of Gambit. I guess we'll see.
You just skipped ahead to the
Yeah,
next
I
book.
just looked over here and was like, damn, Remy LeBeau looks great on this cover. Oh, Remy is the character in this too. Anyway, she discovers that she is the progeny of a human and a vampire, so she is half vampire. She is being hunted by this group of vampires called the Cult of Icarus, who want to use her blood to revive their long-dead god. So, yeah, she had just discovered in the previous issue that she is half vampire, and this one she's trying to deal with, like, the enormity of that situation, knowing that she's the only half vampire to ever exist, and then also what she's supposed to do next. I do enjoy this book quite a bit. The dialogue is a bit weird between the characters, just because, you know, there's obviously, like, the girl who is, like, the badass vampire who doesn't give a shit about anyone, but she's like, let me save you. It does get kind of weird and wishy-washy at some parts, but overall I do like this story. I like how violent it is. I love the art and the colors for it. And I am not sure how many issues this is supposed to be, but it's moving really fast. So
probably like 6.
that's what it's seeming like it's going to be, which I think is perfect because, I don't know, she just drinks blood for the first time in this one, and it changes her life, as it should. But yeah, that's it. That's just Cult of Icarus.
You got this?
I got this. My voice keeps going on. This is the most I've talked in a very long time. I've had a lot of caffeine today just to prepare for this. So this is Knights of X. This is issue number 2. This just deals with the previous Excalibur group. By previous, you know what I mean. The Excalibur series that finished not too long ago. This is them stuck in the other world, trying to rescue the other mutants that are stuck down there because they're being hunted by Merlin. That's pretty much it. There's a lot that happens in here that I can't really explain without spoiling too much. But there is a character that makes an appearance. I can never remember his name. I feel like a dick. Tiny Tim. That's not it. That's really not it. I don't know. I can't remember his name, but he has been in a previous issue of X-Men before, and he, like, double-crossed them. I wish I could remember his name, but they're trying to save him because he is technically a mutant as well, and he is a prisoner, I guess, and they're using the Merlin and the Otherworld soldiers are using him to fish out all the other mutants. So that's it. I like this book a lot because I like what they've been doing with the Otherworld and you know, with these mutants being stuck there. A lot of them willingly. Like Betsy kind of recruits her former Excalibur team and is like, there's a chance that you may die there, and if you die there, you're not going to come back, right? So they're all willing, and yeah, I just think that's very cool. There's a very cute panel in here where Gambit is apparently, he's been going around to the taverns and stuff, and he has been like feeding all the poor people that are there while trying to keep himself hidden because obviously he's a mutant in this place where they're all being hunted. And they all the, I hate saying that, like, poor people, all the people who have been starving because of the stuff that's going on within the other world, they all love him because he's just been protecting them this whole time. So I just thought it was very, very sweet.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for next?
Yes, let's do this.
Okay, so we're getting to the end of the pile, and now it's just books we have. This is Step by Bloody Step. This is issue number 4. This is the last issue. And this just was a really, really pretty story, like visually and just like narratively. And it was also just like really interesting. And I would like to go back and read the other issues again and get it like in one sitting, just because I feel like it would be a little easier to understand.
Oh yeah, and I think
I got the point by the time I got to the end, but I felt like it took me a while to like get there even.
Yeah, because I didn't realize what how the story was ending until I got to the last page, and like I said, it's a whole thing, and it all makes sense. But when I got to the last page, I like gasped because I was like, oh my god, it's beginning.
yeah. It was just really well told. It was like the art and the colors were just so gorgeous, and I just did such a great job of telling the story, and like the faces very much evoked like emotion, and
just a very beautiful story, and so well done without any actual dialogue that you could understand, because there are words in it.
Yeah, technically,
yeah. Would recommend this to a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so next we have What's the Furthest Place from Here? This is issue number 6. This wraps up the last story arc, and lots of stuff happens.
Yeah, the group goes on trial and separated.
I say the group is separated.
Yeah.
Now, which, is never the best.
I think my favorite character is Oberon. And it was, for sure, I realized he was my favorite in this first page when they're going around there and he's just standing up. I thought that was hilarious. But
good.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good stuff that happened in here. I really like this series.
Yeah, same. I have mixed feelings on it, but I do really overall enjoy it. I'll be interested to see the full story, and I really I feel like it kind of lagged in the middle a little bit, but this filled in all of those gaps, but still,
I like that they haven't fully explained what happened to get them to this point here, and I'm sure they'll go into it like they do at some point where they just give you little pieces of it at a time, but I like the whole mystery of the story. I think
same.
It's really cool.
All right. You got it?
Got it.
Okay, so now we're talking about Once and Future. This is issue number 26.
I got this nice little black and white variant.
And we've got a plan. We've got a plan for how to get everybody, or get Britain out of Otherworld and fix everything. As long as everything can go to plan, which it seems like it probably won't happen.
No, it never does. But it's nice to have a plan.
Yeah.
That's cool that they have at least that much figured out.
Yeah.
And honestly, there's it's 26 issues in, so there's not much we can actually go into detail about without spoiling the whole story. But if you've been reading it, you know that at least they have a plan.
Yeah. Oh, God, there was something I wanted to show you. God, that last page looks so good.
I know. I'm so excited to get to that part of it.
Yeah. No, just I really like the look in this whole book. I like the ponytail.
Yes.
There was a thing of Arthur that made me, or Lancelot that made me laugh, and I can't. A page. Oh, this one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, I do like that. There was one in here of Bridget that, the way that the panel was done, I was, confused.
Oh.
I was was it finished? Was there supposed to be... I get it, but...
Yeah.
It was just, very confusing to me to look at. I was like, what's going... Her head is floating. What is going on? But, yes.
It does make sense.
I still love this book.
Yeah, same. I feel like it has to, come to an end at some point.
It feels like it is doing that in a way.
We're getting towards the conclusion.
Yeah.
I don't know how far towards it we're getting, but it definitely has that that feel for real.
Maybe I should start reading Kieran's newsletters that we get in the email.
Yeah, and we would be able to.
I do it occasionally, but I haven't done it recently. Maybe he said something about it in there. I'll go back and read some. We'll see.
Because I feel like one of the biggest... Sorry, I don't want to keep talking too long.
No,
but,
you're fine.
Something that I was talking to a customer about recently was they were talking about how the end, just each issue is oh, this is the new thing, and it's how kind of repetitive that gets. And I was I get that, and I do like how this kind of the last couple issues have not had that sort of ending. This one kind of does, but less of a here's the reveal of the new creature,
right? That is, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
That is stinically still part of the story that's been going on.
It's just the end of any sort of thing that's okay, here's the little piece to keep you reading, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense. I get it. And it is, I do admit that there were a couple issues where I was just like, okay, all right, I get it. Like, continue this story. I want to hear more of this part. But
so yeah, when they kind of like showed the Gorgon, and then there's like kind of away from that. So.
Well, when I do Conan in the Once and Future universe, I'll make sure to do it a little differently.
That joke's never gonna get old.
I'm just imagining Conan in all these situations, but like having me write it, and I'm no Kieran Gillen, but
maybe you are.
We'll see.
Yes.
If I can put Conan in these situations, then I think I will be just a notch above Kieran Gillen.
Yeah, exactly.
Kieran Gillen's never done a Conan story that we know of. Maybe I'm just not looking back far enough in his catalog, but we'll see. Okay. This is The Nice House on the Lake. This is issue 9. We're almost done. We're getting there.
We are getting there. Everything's kind of coming to a head now.
Yeah, every secrets are being told. Memories are coming back. I don't want to say coming back, but yeah, revealed, I guess. And a plan is afoot.
Yeah. I'm really excited to just see how everything in this book also wraps up.
Can we talk about this cover? Because I have not been able to stop thinking about it since I saw it. Like, there's just, it's so simple, but there's so much going on in it.
It feels really haunting.
Yeah.
I think it's like a combo of, like, the blood from the drains and in the water. Just, like, the way everything looks. It's just, like, I don't know, is that blood?
Yes, it is. And I also just wish that I had this shower.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
It's a nice cover. Anyway, this is a great book.
Yeah, this is a really great book just about a group of friends who are isolated on a house on the lake, and the world is destroyed, and they're stuck trying to figure out what the fuck they can do.
What if the twist is none of that happened and
everything's fine?
Everything's fine, and Howard? Is that his name? Walter. And Walter is just like, he had absolutely lost his mind and is like just keeping them prisoner there because he doesn't want to be alone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've had a lot of thoughts about how this story could end because, of course, I'm going to try to anticipate what it is and figure it out myself so that when I'm right, I can say I'm right.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. You know that.
I just love being right.
That's good. It's a nice, affirming thing to happen.
Yeah.
I really love this story. I think if you like horror stuff, it's worth reading. If you like post-apocalyptic stuff, if you like aliens, like all of those like things are all within this book, and it is very dense though.
Yeah, it is a very slow burn.
It like every issue there's just like a lot going on, and you kind of have to like parse through it, and
especially with like how many characters are in this, and it's easy to forget like who is who because they are designated symbols and stuff. And
you get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah. I think that was the thing for me that confused me because there was that break in between. I don't remember how long it was, but it was very confusing to go back because I was like, I don't remember like who is
issue
who.
7. Yeah, that was a good break that did throw me off.
But overall, it is a really good book, and I think I do want to go back and read it all the way through, like from the beginning. Just, I think it would be not better necessarily, but I would understand it more.
Yeah, I think something I was thinking about the other night was how that break did kind of lend itself to an interesting part of the story of them like also having their memories wiped and stuff, and not having any memories of like what had happened in that first like little story arc.
What if that happened to us? Well,
Walter wiped our memories
that's
as
why
well.
We can't, like, that's why when issue 7 came back, I couldn't remember a lot from the first half, just like the characters in the comic. What if we...
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it really lent itself into that, like, aspect of it. Like, I don't know if that was a, like, planned break for, like, that amount of time. But... like I said, I was just thinking about that, and I was like, oh, that's interesting, like, because now they're kind of, like, gaining these, like, little bits back in their own ways, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, I do remember these parts of the first story.
That was a very smart tactic there. like how they did that, because
Yeah.
now I'm like, when we got back to it, I was trying to remember if they had like hinted at that happening or like little things happening in the first half of it. Because
because I was also like, why are they getting along with Walter? Like, how are they like doing? Like, what is going on here? So yeah,
it was very strange. It's a very well done book.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm done. I don't have anything else.
I'm done.
All right, it was a really really light week. I think next week is a little bit bigger.
I think my week next week is smaller.
Oh, okay,
but we'll see.
We'll see
I always
what
say
happens.
that, and I have like 18 books. So.
So yeah, thanks for listening. Go support your local comic book shops, buy some comic books, support your local libraries, take care of your friends, take care of each other. It's Pride Month, so make sure to pay, your LGBTQIA plus friends. Give them money, give them support, give them love, tell them you're glad they're here, all of those things.
I'm glad you're here.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
Anything from you?
No, that's it. I just wanted to say, just be gay.
Yeah.
Do crime.
Yeah. Do light crimes.
Yeah.
Nothing heavy.
No, nothing heavy, because I don't even want to get into it. But just be smart.
Yeah.
Love it. Not everyone, but love the people you love.
Yeah. Love as many people as you can. And treat them right.
Yes.
Okay, so with that, we'll see you next time. Peace.
That's the new thing. It's not see you on the flippity flop. Or wait, you say flop?
Flip.